are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. And once again, it is the Barnes and Tony show. Anthony, how are you, my friends?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well today, Brian. Super stoked to be back, honestly. It feels like it's been forever since we've done the show.
Right.
Crazy. Honestly, I couldn't tell you the last week where we took off 2 days in the same week.
Right.
Absolutely crazy. But super stoked, dude. I don't know if you know, but tomorrow, episode 600 on the Friday.
600
so kind of worked out nicely, skipping around the episodes. Then we get
for a football frenzy.
600.
600 up.
The tradition, 600 down, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, obviously. So sick. And a lot to get to, but let's start with the comments as always, early and often, Tony.
We got Josh B from the company Princess. Let's go, baby. My finger slipped on that one. He said, hashtag the company, hashtag rep DTV. Love that
Let's
hashtag.
Go.
Dude.
Let's go, Josh B.
Kev do, no finger slip here. Says, let's go. Mets and Yanks still suck. We want the smoke. Stay in line and play your position, he says. Hashtag rep the company. The tailgate, baby. Holla at your boy Kev do. It's the epic collaboration.
100%.
Yeah,
1,000,000%. And he's going hashtag
rep DTV, dude.
So
let's go, baby.
Kev, Josh B, two of the best in the business.
Hell yes, dude. Matthew Gabriel also in the house says, look at yes. Kev do, Josh, what up, boys with the eyes in there, baby. Shout out to hashtag the company. Matt Gabriel says, always got to play your position. This is the collab of a lifetime, he says.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Speaking of one of the best that there is, Matthew. I'm saying
you're saying he's one of the best that there is?
Of course.
At what, dude?
In general.
In general?
Everything.
And everything.
Life.
Everything. Life, dude.
Life, liberty.
Pursuit of happiness.
Come on,
That's
Tony.
Matthew Gabriel right there, dude. He should get that tattooed.
Yeah.
Of course, his back.
I think that would be honestly a good tattoo for sure.
You ever get a tattoo, Brian?
No. Have you ever got a tattoo?
No, I'm saying, like, will you ever? I'm saying, I know you. I mean, I'm assuming you don't. You just don't seem with the guy who has tattoos.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I would never get a tattoo.
I've toyed with the idea, but it's just
You
like,
just have your ears pierced too, or no?
Well, I still have my ear. I just have one ear pierced.
But you'd never.
I haven't worn an earring in consistently since like high school. Dude.
Okay.
Like, you know,
Okay.
was,
and then what were you saying about the tattoo?
No, I was just curious because obviously I know Matthew is tatted up. I was just wondering if maybe he. Maybe influenced you to get, cool, like Jets tattoo or something, or maybe a Yankee logo on the ankle, dude. Come on.
No. It's just one of those things. It seems like I was just never meant to get one.
Yeah. I don't know. They just can't I don't know. Like I almost got one. I was thinking about getting one, like a couple, but it's just like, I don't know, dude. Like, do I really want to stay this for the rest of my life? And it's like, no, not really. And I've seen some guys like get tattoos absolutely butchered too. And that scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, no, I can't do it. And he even asked, if I would get a tattoo if the Yankees won the series. Still no, honestly. I just feel like I wouldn't enjoy the process. And I just feel like it's just one of those things. Like I'm not ripping on people who like tattoos. For me, I just don't see a need.
What if the powers that be, whatever, like came to you and was like, hey, Brian, you get Yankee logo on your back. Huge. They'll win the World Series for the next 3 years. You should do it.
So if that was actually real,
yes, that's what this.
No. But
come on.
If that was actually real, yes, but that kind of goes along with our superstition, so that doesn't exist. So basically, that's not possible. But continue on.
Obviously, it's not possible, dude. That's why it's a hypothetical, Brian.
Superstition, Tony. Superstition.
You're a superstition.
I kind of want to, and Matt also says the removal is so expensive too, of course. I kind of want to throw you off guard here.
Oh, no.
Before we go, a quick recap of the last couple of days for me. 40-net championship, okay, Silverado course, Napa Valley.
Okay.
Is about to start right now, or there's maybe been one golfer play a hole or whatever. So really, I mean, it's not too crazy to still pick a winner. So just kind of wanted to set the stage. So this is the first event of the new PGA Tour calendar year season. You know, it used to be you'd have the rollover season, you know, combining both, you know, the fall and then into the January schedule. But you know, there was 10 wraparound seasons, but now we're back to you know, the calendar year schedule, which is interesting. So the first event here, you know, of the fall series, you have a 2-time defending champion in Max Homa, looking to make history, to go 3 in a row, which would really be something. And this is a course too. You know, this used to be, I want to say, I'm gonna actually look this up. I know it used to have a different name. I thought it was the Silverado Championship. But this has always typically been one of the first events, you know, of the year. Let me just see this. So, this Safeway Open. Okay, that's what it was. The Safeway Open.
Okay.
But you look at the scoring. Scoring has always been a plenty for this tournament. Last year, Homa won at 16 under. The previous year, he was at 19 under. 2020, Stuart Sink making history as I think it was a 48-year-old winning that tournament at 21 under. Cam Champ in 19 at 17 under. Kevin Tway, Tony, 14 under before back-to-back tournaments from
Brendan
Steele, dude, at 15 and 18 under. Needless to say, you know, scoring is always pretty good there. And it is interesting too. You have some guys like Max Homa and Justin Thomas who will be playing in next week's Ryder Cup in Rome, playing in this tournament. So
sick.
Trying to, you know, just get some warm-up shots for that as well. So that's always kind of interesting to see. But not really, you know, a strong field, but, you know, there is a couple, you know, bigger names. And I mentioned Homa. I mentioned JT. You know, you have Webb Simpson, as well as Matt Kuchar, Sahith Theegala. You know, he ended up finishing 31st in the FedEx Cup. So just missed out on the Tour Championship there. So really kind of, you know, looking to kind of break out this year. He's been so close to winning, was 6th in this tournament a year ago. You got Cam Davis, Andrew Putnam, Brennan Todd, Mark Hubbard, Steven Yeager, Bo Hosler, Eric Cole, JJ Spahn, Nate Lashley, Justin Sue, Alex Noren, Kevin Streelman, and Zach Blair. And it's interesting as well. You're really going to see for this fall schedule, not too many big names play these tournaments because I don't know the exact specifics of it, but more or less, if you finished, I think it was in the top 50, you were locked in for the elevated events next year. And how you finish in the fall determines who gets into those elevated events. So if you've already all set for next year's schedule for the elevated events, you know, you could use this time to rest. And I think that's what some of these guys are doing. But then you also have, you know, Homa and JT. Obviously, Homa going for 3 in a row. That's why he's playing. And then JT looking to return to form. And I've just never thought, I mean, I guess to an extent you can play too much, but like for Justin Thomas, you know, missing the FedEx Cup playoffs, you know, he, I think this is great for him, you know, and I think you always want to, you know, kind of, you know, get as much work as you can before a tournament to an extent. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays here. What are your thoughts on this one, Tony?
I mean, definitely an interesting pool of players. Harry Higgs, dude, in here.
The shirt off.
I'm just yeah. I'm going through just obviously, you know, everyone who's involved in the tournament here. I don't know, man. I don't think Max Homa can do it.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
just-
you know, betting on somebody to win 3 tournaments in
Yeah.
a row. I mean, that's not a winning wager.
No, not at all. And I know I was looking at the amateur of the
Wait,
tournament.
so let's go back to the amateur.
The amateur.
But if you listen to Nance,
Mhm.
I mean, he's amateur.
Right. But is that like I've always like does he always say that, or is that just for the
Yes.
golf?
Yeah.
Really? So if he were to just say like, "Oh, that guy's just what an amateur," like if he was like going to throw a dig at someone,
Or
Like,
maybe it is
right?
just for the golf. But I'm saying that's like
that's how they say it.
Yeah, like the PGA Tour, you know,
Oh, stop
out on
it, dude.
tour. Or, tour.
Tour.
I think that's what it is. Tour
It's
instead of tour.
Yes, tour.
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 I feel like
What
you
about what do you guys say? Tournament. The tournament.
for next week's tournament.
Tournament. Yeah, our tournament. Yeah.
It's weird because it was always tournament. So
No,
to
it wasn't
just-
always tournament.
No, but I'm
Who
saying
said
for
that?
me it was always
okay,
tournament.
okay.
Let's get Lonnie in the mix here.
All right, we got coming from Lonnie.
He's excited for the golf, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he says, "Let's go." Says, "Good morning, guys." Saying we got some Thursday night prime football tonight. Who you got? Tony's Mets smoked the D-backs. Yanks won the doubleheader. Shout out to the company. Hashtag rep the company.
Always great to hear from Yanni, and we're gonna get to tonight's game for
yes,
sure.
I almost
stay
forgot
tuned
it
for
was
that.
on the fucking prime, dude.
Isn't that so annoying?
It is a little annoying, dude.
But at this point, I mean, we're over a year in. I mean, are we not just, you know?
It's just gonna suck like later in the season when there's like a hockey game on and you gotta switch back and forth and you gotta go from the Prime Amazon app back to the regular cable or whatever your other app is, and you're changing it. It's like, come on, dude. Like that's gonna be annoying. The back and forth.
Yeah, I guess it just. I feel like I'm at a point of acceptance, though.
Well, you also have 5 TVs in your basement.
No,
so
but
you don't
even
have to go
with
back.
you know, we those were down for a little bit. Now everything's back up. But besides that, Tony, I'm saying it's just in general, like, you know, I know at this point, that's how it's always going to be. You know, so it's like, what am I going to just keep complaining and
I know.
complaining?
That's just the reality of it, dude. Wait,
Exactly.
keep your feet in the ground here. Very nice job. Josh B says, "Tur."
Oh, I was wondering what he meant by that. But
You know, he's not from the New England area, you know, Josh.
but Josh B,
so he's not going to be on your side.
Josh B, could you let us know for your mind, like when we're talking about, you know, non-professionals, is it amateur or is it amateur? When we're talking like, and we're on Golf Channel, what is the correct pronunciation? Lonnie could tell us as well. He's saying the fuck out of here. I'm never excited for golf, but he just no. But don't you think with Lonnie, like he can get there? He doesn't think he's gonna get there, but he will eventually get there. It's just resistance because of growing up, the perception of golf, and you know, kind of like a muscle memory thing. Tony, he probably didn't have too much exposure to it, and he just needs to get out on the course and it'll completely change his mind. No.
I don't know, man. I think that's really hard to say, dude. I mean, I don't want to say like, we're going to force it here, but I mean,
I just think he would enjoy the social aspect of it, though. You know what I mean? And then like kind of like hit a couple good shots and then kind of get fired up because he just, to me, he said that was hilarious. But to me, you know what I mean? He seems very competitive. So it just seems like him hitting a couple good shots, he's gonna get jacked up. Like just like how you once you hit a couple good shots, you're like raring, you're Tiger Woods. Like
yeah, well, that's again, like I can see that because again in the vlog, you know, Lonnie had a decent shot off the range.
Yeah.
He goes, "Yo, Tiger," you know, he was hyped about it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I don't know, to get to Lonnie to do like the whole like 3.5 hour 18 holes.
Yeah, but I don't
know, man.
But we'll get him, you know, set up the cooler round. I think we could get him there.
Yeah, the cooler round. Yeah, dude. I think we can get him there. He just what the fuck does that mean, dude?
No, I'm saying like because like, you know, I know he used to play a lot of basketball. I'm saying I could see him just getting like fired up, like couple good shots, like he's ready to go and he's ready to compete. No. Like to me, he just seems like a competitor. Do you see that, Tony?
Yeah. Oh, naturally so,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, he's obviously, played sports before.
Yeah.
Certainly has that competition eye,
And then he goes, hell no, 3 hours, 18 rounds. Well, the best part is it's not 3 hours, it's 4 hours.
Yeah,
actually.
it is kind of 4 hours, especially if you're golfing with like me, you, Mike, Barnes. It's over, dude.
No, and it's like, but even if you're all playing like very quick, it's 4 hours.
Yeah,
like
no, literally,
unless like the course is empty, like that's the only way it's happening.
He said he's good, dude.
But like I said, I'm just seeing in the future, Tony. He's gonna eventually realize the right side of this, He just doesn't. He doesn't know it now, but in the future, I'm telling you, we're gonna go back to me saying this. He's gonna be like, "That was the moment, B. I knew you were right."
I got a feeling. I don't know, dude. He says definitely competitive, but chill in the golf.
But like I said, the resistance, the muscle memory, Tony.
And Josh B says October 13th.
October 13th, yes. And me and Josh B were talking, and we still, conceivably, 2 spots. Whoever wants to join, we're getting a golf match together.
Like definitely,
yeah. But in Jersey though.
That's fine.
You're in.
Let me just double check the 13th here. What day is that?
Friday.
Oh, nice, dude. Oh yeah, let's mark it in, dude. I'm down with that.
All right, you're in, Tony.
And if Mike wants to come, that'd be dope too. But if not, like I'll still bring a camera. We'll do a little vlog action, do a little microphone.
Yeah,
we'll get him on the hot mic.
Kev wants to be the 4th. How about that?
Oh, I want to go. He says I'm in,
Kev's
dude.
In.
Let's go.
Kev's in. There you go. The 4 is.
And Kev Dew says, well, hopefully. Because of my career, I can't do it during the week, but on the weekends, I'm down to play 18 holes.
Well, he's saying, but Friday's a weekend. We'll talk it over.
Well, is it like a Friday, like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
No, like earlier in the day.
11 early, like 11 a.m.
Yeah, like sports sport on the course.
Wow, dude,
you're kind of roused.
That'd be kind of sick, dude. So like sports sport on the course.
Yes, with Josh B.
Mic'd up.
He said he can do Friday.
I can do Friday, he says.
The 4 of you.
Dude, let's go.
Yeah, done.
Gotta be done.
So
tag it and bag it, baby.
Tag it and bag it. And Yanni, what does the future mean for us, man?
Says Dave.
Must
have been for today's episode.
But because I was
listening.
No, I didn't get a chance to listen today.
Oh.
If we could just elaborate on that, Lonnie.
Yeah.
Yanni. So
Yanni. Also, I think Josh B. Oh, he says pronounced amateur.
But why does Jim Nance say amateur?
I don't know, dude. How to?
No.
Let's go. Just type in Jim Nance. How about that? The Jim Nance specifically amateur. Because this is definitely talked about. There's no way we're the only people who have ever talked about this.
Yeah.
Pronunciation. Oh, no. Well, maybe we are the only people to talk about it.
People are that tight.
I guess there's a bunch of videos coming up where he mispronounces meme.
It's not like these announcers are perfect.
No, of course not. And for something like meme, that's like more of a pop culture reference.
Yeah. No, I
Google. Wait.
We'll play some Golf Channel bites later, Tony.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're going back. You kept talking about seeing me in the future golfing, so I hit you with a Dave drop with the program, dudes. That's honestly
the program.
As Dog would say, very good there. Very good there.
Yeah. You sure it's not how Brian Barnaby would say?
But where do you think I got it from, Tony?
I guess you probably got it from Dog.
Very good there. You know who else is the best in the business? Michael C. Theophil.
He says, well, actually, I don't know who he's talking about. He just says the best in the business.
I think he's talking about DTV, Sportsport, the company, everybody.
We really are the best in the business, dude. Should have seen us in the shoot yesterday, dude. Ooh.
Where was it?
Professional. Sono. And we were basically several locations. I think we
Metro?
No, Metro was not one of the locations, but Eco Evolution was one of the locations.
Okay.
It was for this basically it boiled down to a healthcare company called Circle Care Center.
Mm-hmm.
A little commercial for them. 5 different people had to say a little script thing at 5 different locations. We came in, we saw, we conquered. It was amazing.
Wouldn't expect anything less. Did you at least have match after? No.
No. I had to bounce, but Mike Renee went to Southport Pizza.
Wow.
But it was I think we were thinking about the same for Metro, but it was like it was 5:00, traffic, just get back,
Yeah.
sort of deal. Michael does say the sports port, Tony. We gotta be specific here, dude.
Gotta be specific.
Gotta be specific.
Gotta be specific.
Can't leave anything to chance.
Yeah. And then Kev and Josh B getting robbed.
What's good, Mike? Says Kev do. And then Josh B says, Mike, what up?
Let's get your pick though for the
Oh, that's right. I kind of forgot we were
40 net, Tony. Who's winning the 40 nets?
I guess give me Justin Thomas.
JT.
Right, give me JT. I just think, like I was saying, Max Homa, the three-peat, not going to happen. You sort of Steele tried to do it, couldn't do it. And, I just think, like Brian was saying, it's tough to bet against, bet with that three-peat. And looking at the rest of the pool of players, I mean, I don't know. I feel like barring like a Sahith Thagala ridiculous outing here, I think JT has this one in the bag, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be something.
Mhm.
I'm going to go with Sahith Thagala, Tony.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's due. Love averages. Right?
What tournament did he? Was it the 3M Open that he did really?
No, that would. I don't think did he win yet?
I'm pretty sure. I thought he was like one of my sleeper picks, but I think maybe he came up short. Let's look it up, dude.
I feel like his whole career. I don't think he's won yet.
Watch the name here. Oh, I got it pretty good. Let's see results.
QBE shootout with Tom Hoagie, so he won a partner event. Yeah, he hasn't won a solo event,
No,
so he's due.
and he, I guess his best place this. Oh yeah, the QBE tied first. Before that, RSM Classic tied second. Maybe it was the Genesis Invitational tied sixth. They did
Yeah,
well.
no, and then the waste management last
Masters,
year.
ninth. Oh well, yeah, dude. He just tied 15th at the BMW, tied 13th at St. Jude, and then back to back, missing the cuts.
Tough.
The Scottish Open, the Open, and the 3M Open, dude.
It's tough.
That is tough, dude. What did he do?
He is. We know he's talented, so it'd be nice to see him break through this year.
From Pepperdine University.
Sleeper. What do we got?
I guess give me that amateur player.
Who's that amateur, dude?
Preston Summerhays.
I saw you looking him up.
Yeah, I was looking him up. But I believe he's like 21 from Utah. Had his first two appearances here on the tour this season, obviously being the amateur, US Open, and another tournament. I don't think it was the Masters, but he missed the cut both. But still shows a lot of promise. And you love a good story of a nice amateur coming in here, rustling some feathers, and it could happen with the pool players again. Not the biggest names here, so you never know that this guy could just go on a hot streak. I think he had a couple birdies, I believe, at the US Open. He was looking pretty strong. Putts were hot. He was reading the greens very nicely. So promise. A lot of promise there.
That's what we like to see.
What do you got?
I'm gonna go with Carson Young, Tony. So a guy hasn't had a great year, but has shown flashes at times. So I like the idea of him as well. Kind of turning things around. I think I could easily see that happening.
The stash, interesting.
The stash
from Clemson.
The power of the stash. One
Wow.
top 10. So he's due. Law of averages, right or no?
No, yeah, I totally agree here. How long? I turned pro in 2017. Okay, cool. So he has a few years under his belt here. Due to pop off. Looks like he's got a nice Cadillac Escalade, partnership there with the quarter zip. Love that.
Yeah.
What have you done for me recently, though? Huh?
You haven't done much.
No
top 10 since
Puerto Rico
March.
Open.
That's
Tied for
weak.
third. What's WD with Drew?
Yeah.
So
that's not any good.
That's not any good. A lot of cuts, dude. But that's why he's a sleeper pick.
True. So I think that sets up pretty well.
Hell yeah, dude.
One thing I wanted to mention too, was playing Lake of Isles yesterday. That's the Foxwoods course, Tony.
Wow. That's what it's
Blazing
called?
start. Front 9, 44, parred the first 2 holes.
Love it.
All the drives flush down the middle.
Okay.
So go to the back, thinking, okay, I mean, maybe I'll have a chance to break 90 here. Go to the back. First tee shot, it's like a 500-yard par 5. Complete yank to the left, out of bounds. 9 on the hole.
Oh.
Double bogey on the par 3 after.
Oh.
And then an 8 to follow that up. Settled down. Still ended up with 54. Had to sell it for 98. How disappointing. And the drives couldn't have been better for the front 9. And then the back, just like, where'd you go?
Get
like,
you nervous? What happened, dude?
It must have been swing path, And it just stinks too.
Swing path, dude. Oh,
definitely really enjoyed it. Obviously just wanted to play better, but it really, I don't know if you took a look at any of my Instagram stories, but the views there are insane.
Gorgeous, yeah.
The first thing I posted, 200-yard carry, Tony, downhill. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool for a par 4. It's like,
Jesus,
and you're driving sometimes 5 minutes in between holes. Like you would like be so amazed.
That is so cool, dude.
Yeah. So that was great. But just hoping that I don't need to go
right.
For a lesson before the end of the season. But next time I'm out there, I think all I need is a local round, a gainer, get things back together, and I think I'll be just fine.
Do you play a lot at Foxwoods? You never do a Mohegan, right?
Right. Yeah. No, I had just had a tournament there earlier this year.
Right.
But this is the only time. Yeah, because it's the prices there.
Right. It's
like
expensive. How much is it? How much is 18? North of 125.
North
of 150.
North.
$200.
South. That's what 160. But
okay.
But
still, that's like it's a pretty penny.
So what I would say is though, at least because sometimes you'll get ripped off a course will be, I don't know, like $100. It's like it's not that good. Like this is like, they could, if they wanted to, like I wouldn't pay it, but they could get away charging like $300 at this course. Like it's that nice,
I mean, I guess that's cool.
Yeah. No, I'm saying no, but it's just nice. Like I said, that it's like it's breathtaking.
But like, let's say like if you go to Foxwoods a lot and gamble, you get like.
Yeah, I haven't really been there, so I've never had that. But you would get it, which would be sick, and then you get access to the private course. There's
another course that's private.
That's where for whatever reason, Southern's tournament we've got invited the last couple of years. It's on the private course. I don't know why, but it always is.
That's cool. But you played the public course, obviously.
Yeah. So the only chance you would get would be a tournament, or I guess if a member, had guest spots.
Right. Private course is like that much better.
So that's the funny thing is, I almost like the public better. But that's not to say like it's a bad course. Some of the holes like are just cooler looking, I guess.
Right.
But the one thing that the private has that the public doesn't have is you could see in the distance the Fox Tower, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah, the Fox Tower.
Yeah. But I like it doesn't have the 200-yard carry hole, so I kind of like that on the north course. So the south and the north, Tony. Just want to I want to just beat that career low before the end of the year. Go into the winter with some momentum. So I'm excited about finishing out the season strong, but then I'm getting really riled for like the completely jacked winter, the basketball, the lifting,
dude.
The chicken and broccoli.
Wow, let's go, dude.
I think Monday is the first like full like making like meals for the week. I think.
Oh yeah, let's do it, dude.
Yeah, gym every day.
Yep.
Even if because it's honestly it's getting dark so early. Like there's almost barely like you really can't play during
after.
the week. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna start at 2? Like it's like you can't really do that. So
you could probably do that.
Nah, it's too early.
Comments here?
Yeah. What do we got?
Off the rip, Jay Bird says swing path always gets.
It's tough. Jay knows it. It's tough.
It is really tough. Then going back to the top here, Kev Do saying what's good, Mike. I think I already got that actually, but Michael then saying Kev, Josh, legends. Lonnie says DTV. Downtime TV # greatness. He's got me with the emojis over there.
He's always been ahead of the emoji game.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Clocked in and locked in. Kev Do Taylor says real, recognize real. What happened? Question mark. Rep the company. Lonnie says Michael with the hearts, baby. Kev do again. Hashtag rep DTV. Hashtag rep the company. Real recognize real, dude. Again with the real recognize real. May favorite say. What is Kev do? Kev do is freaking me out a little bit.
You think?
Yeah. What's May favorite say?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Guess we'll have to find out, right?
I'm sure he'll
enlighten
elaborate,
us.
dude. Yeah, I hope so, dude.
But let's go now, Tony, to the world of the National Football League.
He wants Jefferson, climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson, the catch of his life.
Burrow fires, intercepted, picked off at a pick six. Mika Fitzpatrick, an absolute ball hawk.
Niners twist up front and get to Tagovailoa. Bosa again.
Mahomes escaping, on the move, stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown.
Stop it.
Aaron Jones, oh, what a tackle. Quincy Williams with a pile driver.
Right, all right, baby. Well, you know it. Thursday Night Football. Let's go. I guess technically, I mean, this is week 2, which is kind of crazy to think of your NFL season here. So a lot of things to go over. I guess let me get some comments here because we have 4 just popping in here. Kev Du says that was a that was a mess up. Josh B saying he's got major fat fingers. Kev Du saying Josh kick rocks, dude. Honestly, I know the feeling. I definitely have gotten the sausage finger action. For sure, dude. And you know, when you're typing fast, whether it's on your phone or even your laptop, sometimes there's some overshootage. I mean, you saw it even at the top of the show, dude. You know, you hit one soundbite button, you click kind of 2 more. It's not a great time. But let's get to this game tonight. You know it. I know it. It's the Vikings at the Eagles here. 8:15 on Amazon Prime, baby. So, we have Vikings at Eagles. Okay, I thought just making sure it's correct, dude. So you have Kirk Cousins in here. You know, obviously, it's not the best start of the season, I suppose, for him. You know, losing 2017 to the Buccaneers last week. You know, obviously, like I said, pretty tough loss for the Vikings there. Not exactly how they want to start, especially against a team like the Buccaneers, a quarterback like Baker Mayfield. You know, Kirk Cousins did really well, actually. You know, 3 for 344 yards last week, 33 of 44. So a hell of a lot of attempts there. You know, 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, however, probably really being the one outlier between him and Baker Mayfield was that 1 turnover. Justin Jefferson, too, on the receiving end last week, 9 receptions, 150 yards. I mean, I guess for someone like Jefferson, you know, maybe you want some more receptions out of him. A better, you know, completion percentage out of Cousins. But man, they obviously rely on going through the air a ton. It's definitely if Minnesota wants to have, I think, a dog in this fight. I think they fumbled twice last week and then 1 interception. They had 3 turnovers total. I mean, they're gonna have to really limit that if they want to have a chance against the Eagles here. It's so funny because I feel like, you know, Minnesota here, a team that had a great record. What did they have? Like 12 wins, 11 wins last season. Obviously was a team that still everyone kind of questioned. Even though they had a good regular season record, knocked out the first, you know, series of the playoffs here by the Giants. You know, nothing really good came of the Vikings season because of that. And the Eagles here, I know, you know, people talked a lot about you know, the guys they lost, a little bit of a different team. What's Hurts going to look like? He was playing a little injured last season, Super Bowl, stuff like that. But I mean, look at their game against the Patriots, and I understand, you know, 25-20 is probably a little bit closer than the Eagles wanted it to be against the Patriots. But we spoke about it. You know, Belichick is a good coaching mind. And I would say, you know, the one thing that really helped the Eagles, I think, win last week was the fact that they got off to a hot start. You know, first drive of the game, I think, ended in a field goal. And then, you know, you had Darius Slay, you know, having a 70-yard interception return, which is pretty crazy right there. You know, kind of have, I guess, some confidence in your defense to turn the ball over. Like I mentioned, you know, Kirk Cousins had 1 interception. And I think, you know, if the Eagles, obviously way better defense than the Buccaneers here, If they force Cousins to make quick decisions, he's probably going to throw more than one interception. Especially 44 pass attempts last week. That's a ton. So there seems to be a lot of room there for the defense to kind of pressure Kirk Cousins there. And then, so like they scored 16 points in the first quarter against the Patriots. The Eagles, definitely a team that, given the opportunity early in the game, can get some heavy momentum, which would make them pretty hard to stop, especially, again, for a quarterback like Cousins, who has a lot of pressure on him. And, at that point, seemingly doesn't work well under pressure. I think it'd be kind of tough here. What do you think here, Brian?
I look at this, Tony, and, I think this is going to be a close game.
Really?
And I know I know there is a lot of hype for the Eagles, but I think the separation between the Niners and the Eagles is a lot greater than what it's made to be. I see the Eagles as more in that second tier, and the Niners a class above. And that's why I'm saying, I mean, you mentioned that Patriots game. We were watching the conclusion on Sunday at the Horseshoe. You're that close with New England. I feel Minnesota's better. So I don't see why now. I'm not expecting it. And yes, we know the whole narrative with Cousins in prime time, 10-25 or something. I don't know what, we could look it up, but I feel like there's definitely a shot there just because the fact they were vulnerable in week 1. And I could 12-20, 8-8 record at home, obviously on the road here. So that meaning 4-12 on the road. Not great. But what do you think, Tony, just about the pure, vulnerability of the Eagles?
I don't know though, dude. I mean, you saw, nice interception by Darius Slay last week.
Yep.
And I just think, Kirk Cousins, I was saying, like 44 pass attempps.
Mm-hmm.
That's a ton. And I feel like if the Eagles are able to put some pressure on, from the defensive line on Cousins, force him to make a decision. I think you're going to see more than one interception out of him.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a game that relies a lot on how the defense can kind of contain Cousins and obviously how they can cover Jefferson. I think he hit 150 yards last week, 9 receptions. So obviously he's going to be, certainly heavily targeted here.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know who else do the Vikings have that they can kind of maybe take some pressure off of Jefferson to keep the Eagles defense guessing on where
rookie, and I believe it was a 2nd-round pick,
really?
Jordan Addison, Tony. Went to USC. The year before was actually at Pitt, won the Bilinkoff, which is the top wide receiver in college football. And you had Adam Thielen obviously leaving the offseason. KJ Osborne at times last year, had some good games. And I think technically speaking, he's listed at the head on the depth chart, but they kind of had them, split time in the opening game. So, and you would expect the talent of Addison, he's pretty much, in the next game or two, gonna, officially overtake Osborne. And you see there, 4 for 61 in the score. So already off to a decent start here. And it was a 2nd rounder, right? Oh no, first rounder. Wow. Okay. Yeah. At
USC, you love USC, dude.
Love USC. And it's interesting. I think Jefferson was like the 22nd pick, which is what they had gotten from the Bills, for Stephon Diggs. But the Vikings, it looks like they're going to hit, on back-to-back late first rounders, getting these star wide receivers. It seems like they've done a good job of drafting, offensive talent.
Yeah, it does seem that way. And maybe because of that, Kirk Cousins will have, more than one target on the field and maybe be able to get that ball out quick. But I don't know, dude. I say Eagles come out flying. Hurts maybe running in a couple touchdowns as well as throwing for a few. I don't know, man. I think there's a chance the Vikings could maybe keep up with the Eagles, I think, but I think it's gonna be a high scoring game if it's gonna be like that. But I think Eagles win this one. I'm gonna say 28-17. 17.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh
wow, we got a caller.
wow.
Stand by. Just gonna put you through to the road here. Hello, you're live in the sports port. Who is this?
Kev Do.
What's
up,
up, Kev Do?
Hello, you're live in the street. What's going on, guys?
Are you ready for
How's
some
it going?
football?
Are you ready for some tailgate?
Oh,
Wow.
of course. You already know.
Yeah, man, this is going to be legendary and epic. You know how we do. Any questions about it? Y'all got my number. Holla at me. Feel free to answer any of y'all questions about it.
Wow.
Appreciate you. Actually,
I can't wait to do this.
I actually do have a question. Have you ever gone I know obviously space-wise might be a little tight, but have you ever gone like a touch football game at the tailgate or no?
Whoa.
Nah, but we did throw the football around like in between the cars and all that.
Love that.
Yeah.
In between the cars, breaking some mirrors and stuff.
Yeah, I'm bringing like a wiffle ball setup too. You know what I mean?
There we go.
But I'm sure we're gonna have a basketball. I'm bringing the speakers so we can listen to some music and stuff like that.
That's
the
what it's
food's
all
gonna
about.
be on deck.
Love that.
Yeah, man, got a party. This is probably like my 5th time doing a ESPN tailgate.
Wow. This is going to show how long it's been since I've had a tailgate at MetLife, but do they still have the fan zone?
Yeah, that's over by the stadium, I believe, where they had the little football field and the field goal post.
Right, that you could kick the field goals?
Yeah, that's over by the stadium. Yeah, they still have it. When I was there last year, they had it.
Because that's just like the old extra point distance, right? It's just like a short chip shot there for the
I'll be honest
field goal.
with you, I don't know. I'll be honest, I couldn't even tell you.
But I could just tell Tony's face when I said that. Like that's something he's riled to do, especially with a little drinking.
Yeah. Yes, dude.
Oh man, yeah, this is gonna be awesome.
I'm so pumped.
Oh yeah,
dude.
and plus, I also got another group of my friends, the ones that I originally did the tailgate with ESPN at. They're also gonna be there. My man, Karate Man Mace.
Mace. Wow.
Yeah, he owns a karate dojo. Really, really good dude. Really good dude.
And he can kick your ass.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's kind of nice you have a little extra muscle
No,
needed.
See, me and him already had this thing. I told him, I was like, yo, I'm never going to fight you straight up. I was like, we get into a confrontation, just check the bushes, make sure I'm not there with a baseball bat or a 9mm. But it'll never get that way between me and him because, I've known him since we were 9 and 11, bro.
But that's one of those people, you got these cocky, arrogant people out there that just don't think about things, and they mess with him. He does one karate chop, it's over.
Yeah, right to the neck, dude.
My man, there was a story in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Of course, it's in Hoboken.
Yo, but like this, some dude tells the cop that my man Mason hit him with a Snapple bottle and split his head open when he did it with his fist.
Damn.
And that was in self-defense.
Wow.
Like the true art of self-defense. Dude was talking major caca, and he told him 3 times to, my man, I'm over here talking. Leave me alone. This don't concern you. Guy pushed my friend. My friend felt threatened and punched his ass right in the forehead. Split him open. And those guys got arrested because they decided they wanted to run. Well,
wow.
But my friend Mason, he's not like that, bro. Not like that at all, bro. Big Jets fan, big Rangers fan, big Knicks fan.
Love that.
That's a great combo. And and I get what you're getting at is at the tailgate, be a little more low key. Like we won't have one of those situations pop up.
No, you should really just flex at him. You really pop your chest at him when you see him.
Yeah, he'll probably laugh at you. He'll like, oh boy. But once he knows that I know you guys, and I vouch for you guys. It's good. Like they're not those guys aren't problem people, man. They're there to have a good time like us, Rick, Alan Hahn, they all know us. They know him.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
That's sick.
So he's really good friends with Alan Hahn. Like they talk all the time.
That's awesome.
So
I can't wait to record like Michael talking Knicks with Alan Hahn.
Oh, wow. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah, man, you're gonna have a good time. Y'all never experienced this ESPN tailgate thing, so it's gonna be a really good time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And it is unfortunate, and it's probably still unlikely at this point, but I feel like now after the Rodgers injuries, prices I feel like are going down for this. Like there might be like a last second ticket, like $20 at this point.
You think so? No way.
No,
$20.
but they did. The ticket prices did go down. I think $70 or $80 on average.
Damn.
It was like 250, 260, and now I saw like 170. So I would imagine that it's gonna keep going. But then again, if the Jets beat Dallas on Sunday, then
if
maybe
the Jets
not.
beat Dallas, those tickets are gonna go up.
They're gonna go back up when Wilson starts swinging the ball down the
No, but
field.
actually, I really I'm glad actually Kev's here. I just want an outside opinion on this. Tony the other day, didn't like my take that it's like, don't even give Zach a chance. Like, just get the best quarterback you can. Do you think he sucks or no?
Me personally, I think he's gonna shred the Cowboys up.
Really?
Just on because he has in his head now, nobody believes in me. I'm looking
absolutely,
at
dude.
300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and maybe a pick.
Wow.
This is
And no,
gonna
and
be something.
Kev, I would be so hyped 100%. I guess I just I haven't seen that from him ever. So I guess it's like, even if he's like, people are doubting him, I guess my question is just like, here we are in year 3. Why have all the games that he's played, why have we not seen that once?
Man, listen, because they threw him to the wolves at his rookie year. They just threw him to the wolves, and it just killed his confidence, man. And hopefully, he kind of built a little confidence up this last game coming in for Rodgers. And even though he didn't play the greatest, they still got the win. Yes, it was defense,
right?
But he also put them in a couple positions. I mean, so I feel as if he's going to have a good game, and, all those Cowboy peoples are going to be like, damn, we shredded the Giants, and we can't even beat the Jets without Aaron Rodgers. I'm hoping for that. And I'm a Raiders fan, and I'm hoping for that.
And a little live commentary from Josh B here saying the drinking judo chop, getting cracking up about that. But then he goes, talking about your take on Wilson, Kev is smoking that good.
All the time.
Dude, speaking of that good, dude, I saw your photo of your setup in the car, Brian. Dude,
wow.
Check out the iPad hanging out right below the radio. That is sick.
That's legendary.
That really is.
Bro, got to do something, man. I enjoy listening to y'all and chopping it up, bro.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
no,
Dude,
absolutely,
it.
man. It's the best. You can't beat it.
Drives a stick shift too, I see.
Nah, that's automatic. Well, it's that stick-o-matic.
Oh, the stick-o-matic. Okay.
Like if I put it all the way down and shift left to right, it goes up and down.
Oh, I see.
You know what? I'm just interested, Kev. Does Zach Wilson, does he remind you of anybody? Like, is there anybody you could say that literally, their first 2 years were more or less terrible, and then just all of a sudden, like, became a star or started performing a lot better? Is there any example you could go to that reminds you of him?
Not really.
See, that's
to be honest.
But see,
really.
that's why I'm a little nervous though.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, wasn't Josh Allen's first year pretty horrific?
No. Not like exactly.
Not that no one had bad years like Wilson over there. Like, come on, that last year was terrible.
Rookie year
for a backup
was a joke.
Wasn't Peyton Manning's first year?
He got
pretty
hurt
horrific?
his rookie year,
But he still threw a lot of yards.
But
he did get hurt.
The league in interceptions his first season.
But I'm saying he could throw for yards. Like Zach can't even throw for a lot of yards.
Yeah, but
regardless
the
how
point
many
is
picks.
that's not what you asked. You asked if there's any quarterbacks out there that had like a similar horrific first couple of years.
What do you think about what Josh
wasn't
B
Daniel
says?
Jones booty?
Every
Wasn't
quarter.
Daniel Jones
Wait,
booty
he
like
still,
his
isn't he
He still kind of is booty.
That's what I was going to say. He still is booty. Josh B says every quarterback the Jets ever drafted, bad.
Yo, guys, it was great talking to you guys. I gotta go in a
Thanks,
supply
Kev.
house.
Appreciate you, bro.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
No doubt. See you soon, guys.
All right, man.
Peace.
The great Kev Dew from the company, and Josh B saying has 9-10 vibes. And listen, Tony, when Josh says that, because I somewhat agree. I do think though, and I know we had the whole conversation. Aside from the quarterback, you can't really say that, but literally aside from the quarterback position, offensively, I think there is more talent than those teams that went to the AFC Championship game. Like their offense was not loaded with players. They're using Sean Green and Braylon Edwards, not even at the best point in his career.
Yeah. And even if you want to go a little further, I mean, you could even argue like, last season with Wilson at the quarterback here position. I mean, it's a better team than last year.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean, Wilson does have better pieces around him. So I think there's more hope than that.
And listen, like I know it's highly unlikely, and who else knows it more than me that with Zach that you could make it all the way. But with Josh saying he has 9-10 vibes, I mean with Zach, Tony, if we did get 9-10 vibes this season, I mean I don't think that would be that bad. That would probably be like a major stepping stone for the organization. Like making it to the AFC Championship.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God, that's huge. If Zach Wilson goes to the AFC Championship, I mean, the narrative is certainly different about him,
right?
And I think, there's so much more confidence. I think in the team in general going into next season. Obviously, knowing that Rodgers will be back, and you'll have kind of, I guess, a more established quarterback and everything. But it's just like, but even so, just for him in general, I think that would be a huge step. And I mean, he'd be proving everyone wrong because I literally have not really heard of one person, at least on air, like an on-air personality from ESPN, the radio, whatever, talk about how the Jets don't have a shot at even making the playoffs with Zach Wilson.
The only guys that I've heard say that are actually
Tiki and Tierney.
Well, yeah, BT and Joe Beningo.
Okay.
And then
Michael Theodore.
Adam Shine. Oh, well, yeah, Michael Theodore. Adam Shine said they could make the playoffs. And
Adam Shine did that, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, because he's a Chief, so you wouldn't expect him to say that. No, but Tony, what in terms of like losses or just like bad games, like what for you is with Zach Wilson is the cutoff point? So let's say let's say next 4 games, not one game over 200 yards passing, maybe like 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Like, are you still?
No.
So there's like a 3-4 game leash with Zach Wilson.
I would say, 4 games sounds about right. But I mean, if he throws like 6 interceptions in the next 2 games, then you kind of got.
What if he throws literally 6 against Dallas? Like he's done or no?
No, I don't think so.
That would
that'd be horrific. But I mean, again, everyone's also expecting him to do poorly against Dallas. Like everyone really is. So it's like I don't know. You can't just have that one game be his like one and done game. You can't. Who's after Dallas? Dolphins? No, it's not Miami.
Because I know the Patriots are week 4, so there's that one game in between.
Chiefs? No. Yes.
No.
Oh no! Yeah, it's Cowboys, and then that's right because the tailgate.
That's game 3.
Yeah,
okay, the Jet. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. We're. So dude, he's got to play. He's got to play the Patriots.
But the thing is, Tony, he was the reason we lost both of those games last year.
And exactly. So if next 2 games he's like absolutely kaput, so it's like.
I know. I'm gonna be actually. I'm not kidding. I know you're almost gonna be tight at me for saying this, but because you're all in on Wilson. And if we lose the Patriots game because of Zach Wilson, like you're never gonna hear the end of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you gonna call me Eddie Mush now?
No, what I'm saying, because like the Patriots aren't any good. He killed us in 2 games last year. Like he cannot chunk it up again. And that's like that's a terrible 2-game stretch to start with for
Yeah.
Zach Wilson.
No, it really is, dude. Well, it could be terrible, but obviously Kev Dude thinks he's going to shred the Cowboys defense. So,
but it's like, you know what? It's tough. And I know even with your utmost confidence in Zach Wilson, you know that like up to this point, pretty much every time that he drops back, he looks like a deer in headlights.
he I know it does.
He's so
it
nervous.
seems like that. I remember like when Rodgers went down, like by the second play, they like, obviously get a tight shot of him in the huddle, and his eyes are just like,
yeah,
this, like in the huddle. I'm just like, oh fuck, dude. But I don't know, man. And maybe that's just him, because again, it seems like, and say what you will about players maybe having to say this, but I mean, it does seem like the players have confidence in him at the quarterback position.
Unfortunately, though, his biggest highlight of his career has been scoring with his mom's friend at this point. There was a lot of hype going into last season, and then didn't follow that up.
Yeah, I guess not, dude.
But I mean, everybody thought like, oh wow, like now he's gonna be nasty. Like people were really saying that going into last year, like, oh, he's a dog, like all this stuff. Like,
I mean, he is a dog, dude. Mormon dog. He's not Mormon anymore, right? He can't be, right? Like, what's the deal?
No, but I guess you could go to BYU and not be Mormon. Like, you just have to follow the rules while you're there, but it doesn't mean that you're Mormon.
Oh, I just kind of thought you had to be like hard, because they're pretty hardcore about the rules and stuff.
Yeah. No, and then people have gotten kicked off. I forgot there was some guy on the basketball team a while ago.
For what, having sex?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Which is like,
that's
crazy,
crazy,
you can get kicked off for drinking coffee.
Drinking coffee? Oh, there's no stimulants at all?
Drinking coffee, dude.
Well, you can't go there, Brian.
Let's get him on the comments, Tony.
Oh, yeah, dude. I know Josh B was saying a few things here. Let's see. Josh B saying in regards to Zach Wilson, he's not going to be the reason why we get there. He says, stop. Mark Bumchez, a Jace. He says he needed to sit all year, 2 years behind Aaron. Then I'll have more faith in giving Zach a chance.
It's true.
I
but agree with that.
I mean, no, yeah. I mean, obviously that was the plan, and people were hyped for the plan. But obviously, I mean, you got to do something. I don't know. You got to let him go, dude. Derek Ho's corner 2013.
Do we get any clarification there?
No, I don't think so.
Interesting.
He says hi there. What's up, Derek? And then Josh B says, when has he shown us anything?
I didn't somebody on this show say that?
Well, yeah, I guess so. But I mean, you did. So yeah. But I mean, how much? I don't know, man. I mean, how much opportunities has this guy even really gotten? And Kev, you kind of said it. I think made a good point where that first year he was really thrown into the flames without much, dude. And I think he had some poor leadership. And obviously, he didn't do things in his favor enough. Like you were saying, the thing hook up with his mom's friend. Like, that's not good press, dude. Like, when you get drafted in New York and that's the first thing you do, that's not great. And on top of it, you go out there and you play. I mean, your level play was mediocrity, to say the least. But I just think, like, again, like, you have confidence in this guy because he did spend, some time under Aaron Rodgers. It does seem like he's developed and matured since last season. You can't say he hasn't made steps in the right direction. At least that's the way it seems. I understand you doubt Saleh when he says that Zach Wilson's his guy. But I think that the coaching staff does have confidence in him. I really do think that, their plan of keeping him under Rodgers for a couple of years and then using him as a starting quarterback was generally their plan, because they saw things in Zach Wilson that they think they can kind of capitalize on. And yeah, it's definitely being put to the test sooner than they expected. But I really do think that the coaching staff does seem to have confidence in him. So, I mean, that gives me confidence in him.
But in the whole thing is, bringing a veteran back up, though, regardless of whether he's going to eventually take over or not, because you need them to learn the playbook.
Right.
And instead of waiting for Zach to implode, get him in the building.
Get a veteran quarterback. Well, that's what they
if Zach goes down, you can't play Tim Boyle.
Right. No. I mean, you're totally right with that. And Saleh did say that they are in the market for a backup quarterback at this point.
Just don't get some hack, please, Lonnie. All right.
And I think people also forget that, like, it's not like Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be around to help Zach Wilson.
But like I said,
Aaron Rodgers is sure going to be really involved.
Tony, but I know this is kind of ridiculous, but it's like I could have Tiger Woods next to me on the golf course, like, for the next 2 weeks, and like it's not going to make me shoot 6 under.
It's definitely going to help, Brian. You can't say that's not going to help having
But
Tiger
it's not,
Woods
I'm not going to get anywhere near 600. I'm not. You know it.
Maybe you should have some more confidence in yourself. Okay, Brian? I don't know.
What do you think about what Josh says?
Yeah, he's still the offense rookie of the year.
Still averaged 187 yards per game with the offensive rookie of the year. 6 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. No touchdowns to him.
How did he do without Wilson at quarterback? Wilson.
Garrett Wilson?
Wilson do without Wilson at quarterback, yes.
Better.
Like
a lot better.
A lot better.
I mean, he had 1,100 yards last year. Oh no, but there's no correlation.
I mean, no, maybe. But again, I think you're forgetting that he's improved, dude. There's an improvement. You're gonna see it.
But
starting this weekend, dude.
But I feel like the improvement that people are talking about is like because they're like hopeful, but there's actually nothing that's shown he's made any improvement. He did play the whole game last time.
Well,
I know it wasn't pretty to start, but it's like guys have come into games that they didn't prepare to start or play the whole game and performed a lot better than that. That one interception was terrible.
It was, but that was literally like his only mistake the entire game. Like that was his only mistake. He didn't really make a mistake after that.
But I mean,
and that was what, his second drive, I think, right?
20 dropbacks and 140 yards. I don't know. 6.7 yards attempt. Like
that sounds okay. That's pretty consistent.
Consistently bad.
6.7 yards a throw?
No, that's low.
Very
low.
Maybe on league average, but I mean, you think about it, and you're talking 2 passing plays, you got a new first down right there. Just set of downs, dude. Like that's kind of good.
I just know I could just tell what's going to happen.
And didn't he throw a touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson?
Yes.
Oh.
But the Garrett Wilson, because it was such a bad throw, he had to defend it and then catch it.
It was exactly
It was a duck.
It was exactly where
quack, quack.
It was exactly
quack, quack.
where Garrett needed it, obviously, because he caught it.
Tony, like if the receiver catches it between its legs and it's such a terrible throw, like it doesn't mean he like threw it where he needed to catch it. It just means that the guy was very talented and caught the ball. That's all it is.
But the guy who still threw it, though, there's still a guy who threw the ball. You could make that throw.
No, and I know they want they wanted to plan, like you said, to sit behind Rodgers' Steelers. I think what's going to happen, he's going to play a bunch this year, not play well, and by the time training camp next year, he's not going to be on the roster. That's what I think is going to happen because he's not ready to go. I hope it changes, but I just think you would have seen it.
Roster though,
22 starts, Tony. That's enough starts to see if somebody is talented. It is.
I don't know, man.
But and too, the fact too, it's such an indictment on him that you're saying 3 or 4 starts is the leash. Like if he's terrible, so it's like clearly like.
Well, yeah, I mean, still a short leash. I'm not giving the guy, like a mile here. You gotta be realistic at least a little bit.
Yeah, and me and Josh B always on the same wavelength.
No, I'm really happy for you too.
That was a terrible TD throw, buddy. It was. But
what happened? They won, dude.
I think they won because of the defense and the punt return, and Breece Hall.
They won because of the
Garrett
whole
Wilson.
team. The whole team, dude. The whole team. It was a team effort that won that game. The defense won. The special teams won, and the offense won when Zach Wilson threw a touchdown pass.
I just can't help but think though about this whole thing with you and Zach Wilson is like you like that angle because I'm so confident that he's going to be so bad.
I think off the roster is a little bit of a stretch by training camp next season.
But like if he plays, it makes 5-6 starts and is bad. What are we keeping him for? Like, there's no like.
I mean, I guess if he is that bad, but I don't think that's going to be the case.
I just like I want to hear the next 2 games his stat line prediction from you. Start with Dallas.
All right, let's say over the next so game by game?
Yeah, just Dallas and New England.
Let's say Dallas, he throws for I'll say 226. 2 throwing touchdown passes, 1 interception.
Which would be good for him.
That would be great against Dallas.
But wow, okay. And then what about New England?
New England is 310, 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions. Dog. He says, Brian.
This guy is saying that he's going to throw 5 touchdowns and 1 interception. the next two games against Dallas and New England.
Yeah.
Josh B, anything to back that up?
Well, right now he says what happened was one of the most amazing plays by a wide receiver off the top. Name 5 better catches.
I mean, obviously, Josh, I'm behind my Jets, but people were saying that they thought it was better than the Odell catch. I don't know.
The Odell catch was definitely better.
Well, could we play it? I
Wilson's
just need to
catch?
see it, both of them.
Okay.
But let's start with Wilson's catch.
On the fairway. All right, let me share this here. 22-second ad.
Terrible.
Oh. I mean, well, this is NewYorkJets.com here, so they better have like every replay angle. Let's bring them up here, dude. Get a nice ad
Get
for the next few
everybody
seconds.
riled.
Instacart.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. I don't know what. Oh, there we go.
So I think it was a really good catch, but just watching it there, I know it was like tapped around.
Yeah.
okay,
Which was, I mean,
let's-
very skillful. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, it is. But then let's go to Odell. Hand-eye. That's
Hand-eye.
definitely
No, it
hand-eye.
really is all hand-eye, dude. Intense focus. Let me pause this. Odell catch against the Giants.
Cowboys.
Dallas. Year. Let's mute it. Are we in here? We're in here. All right, here we go. Wow, look at Manning, dude.
Yeah, I mean
obviously with the flags and everything,
but the fact that it was like 50 yards
yeah,
too. Yeah, that one
it
is
was
definitely
really good, dude.
Definitely better. It's just tough. I mean, like, what do you think about in our intro video, the Jefferson catch, or you think
that catch
Wilson,
was better
that
than
catch
Wilson's
was better
catch?
too? That,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think.
And
of,
again, like, oh wow, that's like unbelievable. That catch.
Wow.
You would have thought that this guy would go on to be like a career giant and like win multiple Super Bowls and stuff like that.
You think he just because he had his head up his area? Or no?
Yeah, definitely, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's tough. That definitely is tough. And he's on Baltimore now. I just think that was a bad spot for him to go. Lamar with the passing.
Ew. Terrible.
He goes, okay, that's one. Garrett had to play defense and offense on that play, and that's what I said, Jay. So,
which is totally fine.
Yeah,
I mean, that's totally fine. You got a great receiver, and Zach Wilson knows that. Smart move, just throw to him. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. But I think one thing that you could at least agree with me on this, the reason why, like, I'm just so set against Zach is last 2 seasons, specifically last year. Like, we talk about how good this team is this year, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
This team was pretty good last year. They were 7-4. And I think it was something like if they had scored 20 points a game, they would have won like 10 or 11 games last year. I mean, he's killed us the last 2 years. So, I mean, how much was to say good things about him?
I mean, you're not, I guess, necessarily based on his past couple seasons here, but I don't know, man. I mean, I just feel like what were the Jets 7-10 last year?
Yeah. And they flubbed 6-game losing streak.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I just think when you got to say the team has improved since last year. If Zach Wilson, if the team has gone 7-10 last year, I mean, they can certainly have a better record than that if Wilson played out the season. Because they're a better team in general.
It just depends what he does, though. He's got to be better. If he's not better, you can't guarantee that.
But I think he is better than what he was last season. So, I mean, let's flip it around. Maybe Jets go 10-7, make the playoffs.
Yeah, I just really hope that he doesn't just fall back into his old ways.
Sounds like you kind of want him to.
No, I just feel like I don't know. Like in what I was asking Kev too, Tony, is what I was asking Kev too is like when has anybody looked this bad and then turned out to be really good? Like I can't think of one guy. Daniel, like you said,
This
Daniel
bad?
Jones still
Yeah.
sucks.
Daniel Jones looks better though.
But like it's
I know, still
but
mediocrity.
you know what's tough though?
What's up?
If Zach could just do what Daniel Jones did last season, it would be great. But I don't even think he can.
I think he could. Dude, I'm telling you, it's gonna be fine. He's gonna figure out a way to slow the game down. All right, I'm telling you, probably sitting down with Aaron Rodgers right now, dude. Right now.
They're eating anything?
Yeah, they're definitely eating breakfast. Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah, some French toast right now.
No, like probably like an egg white omelet with peppers, onions, and maybe some bacon.
Why don't you just order it for him, Tony?
I will, dude. I should be in charge of their breakfast. I'll make them the omelet.
So how we got there, I'm not sure, but
how about Josh B saying he would take Daniel Jones over Zach Wilson?
Yeah, I would,
you would too.
I don't like Daniel Jones, but I'm just saying he's better than Zach Wilson. Yes.
Even coming off that 40-0 loss.
Yes. But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
what I wanted to mention here, Tony, was you know, the game. So you're taking the Eagles -6.
Oh, sorry.
Because you said it was like 28-17, I believe.
Yes, that's what I said. 28-17.
So I'm gonna take the Vikings with the points, and I think the Eagles will win by 4, 28-24.
Okay, cool. So you're saying the Eagles won't cover,
But we'll win.
but we'll win. And I'm saying they will win and
But
cover.
everything this season is spread.
Right. So we're
I get
playing the
Vikings
spread.
+6.
Yes.
I feel really good about that.
I feel better about mine.
Oh, by the way, Bradbury and who's the other one?
What?
Kenneth Gainwell are out. DeAndre Swift, only had one carry last week, so you expect him to have bigger game. But that's not ideal to have your starting corner and running back out.
Yeah. No, definitely not, dude.
Are you questioning your pick now or no?
No,
I just want to make sure.
absolutely not, dude.
How
about is James Bradbury related to, oh no, different spelling. That's crazy.
Yeah, different spelling.
Garrett Bradbury.
Yeah, James
who's
Bradbury, who actually used to be on the Giants.
Garrett Bradbury, the center for the Vikings, dude. Maybe you're gonna see some miscues.
Never know.
You never know.
You think
Kirk Cousins
Al
bobbles the ball.
Michaels, long off season. Last time he announced the game was that Chargers Jags game, and everyone was so tight, like he seemed miserable.
Yeah,
more energy out of Al.
definitely beginning of the season.
Yeah,
like
absolutely. Jacked up, Herb Street laughing, and then
yes.
ends up being a good game, fun to watch. And
What was the deal?
Al's back.
Did he do last Thursday's game?
No,
No, he
because
didn't,
for
right?
whatever reason,
They just
NBC always has that
the
Thursday
first.
game, even though Amazon Prime has Thursday Night Football. That's separate. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I say, dude, Al Michaels revitalized.
He's
dude.
a
Come
legend.
on.
He's
He
a
really
legend.
is a legend. And if you don't think so, you're
Yeah, you are an idiot.
Yeah. Speaking of an idiot, Jay Bird says, yes, Kev do. When Kev do says, once again, Wilson is going to shred the Cowboys.
Speak
it into existence, dude. Shred it.
Jay, Michael, Kev do, Tony, I really hope I'm sitting here on Monday saying, you guys were so right. I was so wrong. I really hope I can say that.
You will be.
I hope so. So let's see, right?
Yeah.
But we'll talk more about that matchup tomorrow with our frenzy, Tony.
Oh, yeah.
But let's
baby.
go to the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it, Tony. Yep. And Alonso cracks one in the middle with the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drilled deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So no Yankee baseball yesterday.
Nope.
The rain out at Fenway. Of course, I'm there. Can't go to the game. Would have been able to get on the field, Tony.
Oh.
So
What
that was
happened?
really tough. Had great seats too. Like maybe 6-7 rows up right behind home plate.
What'd you do instead?
Bartago.
Wow. Bar Taco Brookline.
Doesn't quite fill the void.
Oh,
though.
obviously
great,
not,
great
dude.
meal. But,
We talk Bar Taco. You think it's better than like Bar Taco around here?
they're consistent everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was telling Corey, you know, how you guys yell at me for suggesting that it's a good place.
Yeah, it's kind of a like.
And
they're
like,
hacks. Okay, to quote Lonnie, they're a bunch of hacks over there.
He's
Bar Taco.
so fired up for it. He's
Really?
like, oh my god, I miss this so much.
Really?
This place is so good.
I do love the margaritas there because I mean, I said to you
couple,
before, dude.
you're hammered.
Every time I'm there is some guy like freshly squeezing limes the whole time. Like I'm there. He's just one and then the next the whole time. It doesn't stop.
And the guac is crazy.
I don't like guac though.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
It's I don't know. I don't know why you like it that much.
But what's the biggest
the
thing?
taste.
But okay, so but the thing that I'm confused about though is you like limes. No, I'm saying, but when you make a good guac, there's a heavy lime presence.
Yeah, I suppose there is. But there's also like a heavy avocado presence, and I
can't believe you don't think avocados are so good, like so good, Tony. Like amazing.
Like when people order avocado toast.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Take a hike, Brian.
What's Robert Parker saying?
Robert Parker, thanks for tuning in, by the way.
Appreciate
someone from the company.
Yes.
Says Zach has about as good a chance of shredding the Cowboys as Rodgers had of not getting hurt in his first game. Same old Jets.
And we appreciate him tuning in, but the whole thing, and he's saying Tony is crazy, which is correct.
No, it's not correct, dude. Okay. Avocado's overrated, dude.
Oh
okay,
my God,
and then you just slap. People just slap slices of avocado on everything now.
That Zach Wilson is going to shred the Cowboys.
No,
Honestly.
stop
It really
it.
is.
Guac is disgusting. Get chips and salsa.
Everybody likes
salsa
guac.
and
Everybody
queso.
likes guac.
So I don't care, everyone. I don't care about everyone. I care about me right now. Salsa and queso
Guac
over
so
guac
much
10
better than
times a
salsa.
day, dude. Stop it.
So
Stop it.
much
You never
better.
had good salsa in your life, then?
Yes, I have. I actually forgot what I was going to say. But yeah,
guac?
I don't know, but whatever.
matter,
And I was just gonna say too, the rain out. Yeah. Oh, I know what I was gonna say too. I don't think same old Jets applies because I think, like I said, they had a great offseason. They brought in a lot of talent. It was a free thing. It happened. I think the same old Jets would be, you know, letting Zach play all season when he's doing bad. If he does great, that's a different story. But I think that would be, you know, letting him room the season. And then Josh B, welcome to Sports buddy. Guac,
Robert Parker,
avocado,
shout out.
Amazing.
Tell me, Josh, you'd rather have like guac over like queso and salsa?
He's gonna say yes. Everybody loves
you know what? He's
guac,
lying.
Tony.
Everyone's lying, okay? Because
No
everyone's
one's-
on the trend.
You're lying to yourself.
Yeah, I'm not lying to
You're
myself.
lying
I don't
to
like
yourself.
avocado. I don't like it.
I think you
I've had
think you just don't like it because I
And-
like it.
No. I've had guac and avocado a ton of times, and there's maybe been once. I think it was on a fish taco, slices of avocado. I was like, okay, this is tolerable. I like that. But it's like anytime I have guac, it's like I have 4 chips with the guac, and then I'm sick of the taste. It makes me sick.
That take makes me sick. But anyway, yeah, poor job with the rain out was there. And then the best part is too, they tell us they give us field passes, but then we get there like, oh, field's closed, so you can't go on. And then, oh, it's 5:00, Tony. You can't go out of the stadium and come back in, and the concessions don't open until 5:30. Tell me that's not. And then
that's
and
fucking
then,
shit.
and then, like I said, the team gets on the bus, you know, right as soon as they cancel the game, so they knew an hour early.
Oh,
I mean,
bad
that's
job.
highway robbery.
Fenway, bad job.
Just because they're not making the playoffs, they want the extra revenue.
And that's all them, dude. Because
Yeah.
the home team makes all those decisions. Bad job on the Red Sox in that
Terrible
one, dude.
job.
Fenway, absolute.
I can't
shit
wait to
show.
hear Dog talk about that. Matt.
Oh, bad job.
But the Mets hammered the Diamondbacks yesterday, or no?
Yeah. I mean, what are you just reading the title at this point?
Yeah, I didn't check box scores.
Yes, they won 7-1 yesterday.
And Josh B definitely makes a mean guac, and Tony will try it.
You know what?
Okay,
No,
I know he's gonna say he's not. He will.
Yeah.
Just don't listen to him.
No.
Josh.
First of all, I just told you I've had guac several occasions.
No, but
I'm constantly
you're
trying
not having
'cause
it the right
every-
way.
What the fuck does that mean? I put it on a chip and I eat it.
I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. Just
It sounds like Josh B's gonna take care of it, honestly. But no, because everyone and their mothers loves chips and guac. And
No, this is you
Malibu
with, like, Zach
taco,
Wilson.
going to Geronimo's or Westport taco.
No,
Any Spanish, everyone's like, appetizer for the table, we'll take chips and guac. And I have no choice. I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it.
You've made it very apparent with this take that you just want to differentiate yourself. And it's not because you don't think it's good. I'm sorry.
It is because I don't think it's good. I tried it on multiple times. And I want it to be good.
Bobby!
I want to enjoy it.
What do we got, Bobby?
Says not signing a real backup, but bringing back Mike White, and then Rodgers getting hurt is so SOJ.
Yes. So White would have been great. I think the only reason they did that is because, Wilson being young, like this whole development plan, which I kind of agreed with. And I get what you're saying. But it's still not. They still are in a way better position than they were a couple years ago. It's just about nailing this quarterback thing, and hopefully Rodgers can at least give us one season and that we have a better future plan than Zach Wilson. So that's where we are. Tony's bullish on guac. Continue.
I'm not bullish on it. It's anti-bullish.
Anything set up from the Mets yesterday? Anything crazy? Tony?
Yeah, Mark Vientos had a big 2-run home run.
There you go.
I think in the 6th or 7th. But just looking at the box score here, Joey Lucchesi was on the mound, actually getting called back up from the minors, pitched 7 innings, no earned runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, gave up only 5 hits, 99 pitches over those 7 innings. He had a phenomenal outing. The fastball was clocking in around 93, 94, but the location on the corners was really getting a lot of batters out. So that was nice to see that. And it's funny because, Joey Lucchesi, I think this is maybe his 3rd call up now this season, has been pitching really well in the majors. His minor league stats are kind of crappy, which is kind of funny. But it's just surprising because this is the final game of the series here, I believe. And the Mets absolutely blanked Zach Gallen, whose ERA goes up to a 3.5 now after yesterday's game. His final line was 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them being earned runs, 2 walks, only 4 Ks. Gave up a home run yesterday as well. I think pretty really tough outing, honestly, for Zach Gallen. I want to say probably the worst outing I've seen from him all season. And it's tough because the Diamondbacks right now, in terms of standings here, I mean, basically every other game for them for the rest of the season, they are potentially playoff games, really. It's pretty crazy, honestly. The run for the wild card, everything in the NL. Speaking of the NL, we know that the Braves clinched yesterday. Absolute powerhouse of an organization. Kind of ridiculous. Honestly, it's crazy, but good for the Braves, obviously. But back to the Mets here. I'm not gonna go through all the scoring because it's kind of a blowout. But one thing I did want to mention, which is obviously prime to talk about. Francisco Lindor batting over 250 now, which I know doesn't sound great, but I think for given how he started the season, given the rest, the average batting average around the league, I mean 250 is really good for him. He's having a tremendous season. So think about that, dude. Went 3 for 4 last night, I think. 3 hits, 2 for 4, maybe.
I think though
2 for 4 last night,
252. That's and of course it's all the average going up's come after these games don't mean anything. I still think it's weak, and I still think he's capable of better. Honestly,
he is capable of better. That's right. And he will reach that height.
I don't know. You confuse me sometimes, Tony, because I feel like you're selective on who you want to hold accountable. Like Zach Wilson can suck, but he's great. Let's believe in him. Francisco Lindor, we can give him $300 million. He can have terrible stretches when we're in contention, and then he heats up after we're out of it, and he gets a free pass.
I mean, I don't really think the Mets were ever really in contention this season.
I mean, first
game, first week,
first 2 months they were in the conversation.
They were playing really well, actually. They were winning games.
Yeah.
But they were. Come on, dude. Come on. Lindor approaching a 30-30 season. Come on.
But it's nothing to. It's like doing the bare minimum is what it's doing.
I wouldn't say 30-30 is bare minimum
for that type of dollars, and
No, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not great, but I mean, you gotta have some type of confidence in these guys. What do you want me to do? Obviously,
do better.
Not, yeah, of course, I want to do better. I am saying he will do better. Actually,
we're gonna have a batting average bet with Lindor next year.
Okay,
keep that in mind. What do we got?
We're still talking Jets here. Robert Parker, in parentheses now, HTJ says it made no sense to let him walk, Josh. If the Jets were all in now, you can't worry about developing Wilson over having a capable backup. With White as QB, they'd still have a chance at a Super Bowl.
True.
Yeah. But they let him go, and Miami picked him up, so it should be interesting to see
But
what
now
happens there.
pivot and get a solid backup.
Would you want the Jets to go after Mike White now? You think Miami would give him
No,
up?
because Miami would
Probably want
charge
a
him
lot.
double than
Yeah.
what
Oh, yeah,
he's
definitely
worth.
the return and everything. But
Matt wants to only watch Lindor at bats next year and have a guac party.
Tony, let's have a guac party and we watch some Door at bats next year. I mean, I can try my best with the guac, dude. All right.
Yeah, we'll get you there, okay?
Dude, I've been trying
No,
for
but-
years.
We're gonna have you eat guac while we're golfing with Lonnie and watching Zach Wilson on the golf course.
And monitoring versus Lindor's batting average.
Yeah.
Matt says very pumped to see that Rogers IG post. Yeah, I guess it's all right.
Yeah, heart of a champion.
Yeah,
He'll be back.
He will be back.
Yeah.
Rod Parker says Lindor is a second half player. He did the same thing last year. Slow start and awesome second half.
But I just think when the pressure's on, he's terrible. That's the problem.
I don't know, man. I mean, he's had some quite a few clutch hits, I think, this season. And I mean, the pressure's on him constantly.
But I feel like it's like the Mets. Like Lindor has to play a big role in the playoff series in the next year.
Like next season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like wild card.
Yes.
He does well.
Like
yes.
in the reason why they win. He can't just be he just is as a compiler. You know?
Yeah.
Are you backing the Mets today?
That's a very good question.
410.
I know the midday games, dude, kind of tough.
Kind of tough getaway day. Senga. That's a good pitching. That's a really good pitching matchup.
I know. I picked Senga though the last time he played, he lost. But yeah, give me the Mets taking 3 out of 4 here. At home against Diamondbacks. I mean, Zach Gallen coming out there, yesterday, absolutely laying an egg. Maybe Merrill Kelly will do the same. And Christian Walker has been absolutely ice cold recently. For the Diamondbacks in general have been kind of ice cold. Like I said, they're trying to win as many games as possible. Talk about a team that kind of really cooled off. And I just think Kadai Senga, whose last outing, I don't think his last outing was terrible. But I just think the Mets didn't really score necessarily. Minnesota, 6 innings, 2 earned runs, only gave it 1 home run, 5 Ks,
You got
4
to
walks.
Back here.
Got to back Kadai Senga here.
$2 tickets.
Is that what it says? Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Tickets as low as $2.
Behind home plate, $50 maybe.
That's kind of sick, dude.
Yeah.
So give me Senga. I would say 6 innings, no earned runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, maybe 6, 7 Ks. And he's going to lead the Mets to, I would say, a nice maybe 3-1 victory.
There you go.
Courtesy of Francisco Lindor, 2-run shot in the 6th to kind of really, pull away a little bit.
There we go.
Do you like that, dude?
You know what I like? A Yankee doubleheader sweep at Fenway. Getting back at the Red Sox for the sweeps that they've had against us this year. Tony with the ads once again. Michael King making the start in the 135 game 1, opposed by Tanner Houck. I think that one, pitcher's duel early. I could see it scoreless after 5. I think King will end up actually pitching 6 innings, striking out 10 Red Sox. And then they get to Houck in the 6th, a Stanton 3-run homer. Yankees end up taking game 1, 5-3. For the nightcap, 7:15, Clark Schmidt opposed by TBD. I think Schmidt can go 6 innings, give up 3 earned, strike out 7. And you'll see Aaron Judge deposit 2 over the Green Monster as the Yankees will outlast the Red Sox in that one. Clay Holmes in for the save, 5-4. And then back to 3 games over 500.
Nice, dude. Love that. My next pick here, I think I'm going to go with the Rangers, actually. Tonight, looking for the 4-game sweep against the Blue Jays. So far, Texas has been pretty much blanking the Blue Jays. They
Shooting
won
blanks
yesterday, 10-0, and then 6-3, and then 10-4. So scoring 26 runs to Blue Jays only 7 in the past 3 games. So offense has been hot for the Rangers. Nice to see that, though, because I feel like they were in a lull, but they're taking their 5-game win streak here into this game, looking for the 4-game sweep, as I mentioned. And we know Max Scherzer out for the rest of the season. Probably not going to be returning to the playoffs to pitch there, as he has a strain somewhere in his arm, I believe. Kind of tough, dude.
Yeah. Who said that? Oh.
No. You said he wouldn't do
I said it was a terrible deal. Like, why would you bring him in?
You didn't mention anything about injury, dude. You said he's not going to do well.
Well, is this doing well?
It's not doing bad.
The Mets fleece
he's not pitching at all, dude.
The Mets, you're so pumped.
The Mets what?
Fleece the Rangers.
A little bit, dude. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, yeah. We fleeced him even if Scherzer pitches the rest of the season. Like,
yeah. Luis Angel.
Like, are you kidding me, dude? He's gonna be a huge offensive weapon, like a huge
starting
player.
lineup next year.
It better be.
No, but like, is there talk? Like,
no, not really.
You think? But if you had to guess, you would say like he's got to have a big spring, earn the role type of deal.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's definitely gonna get a lot of looks in spring training for sure.
Yeah.
And I would imagine, I'm anticipating him impressing a lot of eyes.
Yeah. I'm anticipating Tony. Logan Webb impressing a lot of eyes at Coors Field today. Chase Anderson. I mean, how is Chase Anderson a major league pitcher at this point? Webb, I think, has a losing record, but Giants just are inconsistent offensively, but not at Coors Field. How about Michael Conforto? Grand slam, 2nd inning. Giants 10, Rockies 1. How about that?
That's a great spot right there, dude.
Yeah. 3rd and final for you.
3rd and final, dude. It's tough, dude. I guess give me the Marlins. I don't know. Let me see what the Marlins have been doing the past 5 games. Dropped 3 out of the past 5. Brewers won 3 out of the past 5. Yeah, give me the Miami. Give me Miami. Miami. Split the series here. Miami. Adrian Heuser, dude, a 4.58 ERA. Yui Perez actually on the mound for Miami. And you know, he's I guess he's 20 years old, dude, from the DR. Throw some absolute smoke. 5-4 in the season so far. Philly gave up only 2 earned runs over 5 innings. It's pretty good. Washington, wow, LA. About almost a month ago, 2nd week of August, 6 innings, 2 hits, 10 Ks, no earned runs, no walks. So has definitely, I think, some bright spots here. I think he can go through the Milwaukee Brewers lineup quite well. So give me Miami winning this one. I'll say 3-1. And you know about David Stearns. Have you heard about David Stearns, dude?
Yes.
President
New Mets
of operations.
Yeah.
Mets. Back in the Mets organization.
Epler canned?
Epler not canned.
Yeah.
Stearns
will fire him in the offseason.
It's been pretty interesting because, you know, with all the press conferences this season, you know, Cohen made it very obvious that he was looking for a president of baseball operations to help with Billy Epler. But the way Cohen, again, you talk about all this cloak and dagger and the behind the scenes stuff.
He's canning him.
He kind of made it seem like that he doesn't think Epler can make the tough decisions, and he needs someone who can make tough decisions. So obviously, you bring in David Stearns, an excellent baseball mind,
who's going to trade for Corbin Burns. I'm guaranteeing that's happening.
Why? Really?
You really would be?
You think he would?
Yeah. I think they need pitching. He has the ties with the organization, and he knows how good Corbin Burns could be.
I'm not gonna lie. When I guess I wasn't really listening to you because I thought you were like kind of being like joking, and I thought you said Patrick Corbin for a second, which is why I said, "Why would you do that?"
But obviously, you'd be riled.
Corbin Burns would be kind of sick, dude.
Yeah.
Corbin Burns, 32.
I think we looked it up, like 31 or something.
I wish I could just remember every time we look something up. I have to do it again.
28.
Oh, let's go. Dude.
Remember packing on the pounds.
Pick him up, sign him up 5 years. Let's go. It doesn't matter.
Get him a CrossFit membership.
Yeah, just as long as he doesn't have Dbacks nutritionist, we'll be totally fine, dude.
Yeah.
Get him a CrossFit membership. But yeah, dude. Hyped about David Stearns. It's gonna be great. So let's get. Did you want to do your 3rd pick?
I did. No, remember
double header.
Okay. Yes.
There's some comments here. Matthew saying, "I hate Miami." We'll go Miami tonight, baby. Kev Do says, "What are you smoking, Brian? That's some real good shit, bro."
He's talking about Lindor.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't get it. Like, why the Mets fan, the loyalist to Lindor, after he screwed you so far?
I don't think he screwed us necessarily. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like the Mets, again, maybe we're just a little hopeful and trying to be a glass half full type of people. But I mean, again, like he's someone whose production has been trending upward. Again, one of the best shortstops in the league.
The great Lindor, Yanni.
Did you say that? I'm just missed
Well,
it.
no, but that's always been his thing.
Anyway, dude. Matt says, Tony, do you feel validated about Scherzer? I mean, you never wish injury upon anyone.
But yes, he does.
But I mean, obviously, I mean, that just solidifies the fact that the Mets made the good move by moving him to the trade deadline, which some people thought was still a bad idea.
Right.
Josh B laughing at Matt. And then one says, B, chill with the golf man. Sheesh.
Speaking it into existence, Tony.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, dude. Matt Gabriel says he's fried, boys. I bet he retires. This is, I believe, to Scherzer.
It's over.
It's over.
Too much wear and tear.
And again, we talked about it all season, him just being stubborn with the fastball, trying to hammer it. It's not there. And yeah, you kind of are cooked at that point. Matt Gabriel asked me, Tony, you want Buck back or nah? I can take him or leave him, to be honest. If he is back, I'm cool with that. Just because, again, Brian and I talked about it too. It's just like clearly this season, I mean, it was the players that failed him, not the other way around. And you can't really discount, winning over 100 games last season, and how much praise he still gets from the clubhouse.
Sounds like you want him back.
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be upset if he came back. I think he would work well with David Stearns too. I mean, they David
Will he
Stearns,
work well with the great Lindor though?
Stearns or
all of them?
Yeah, like, why not? I feel like Stearns is gonna love Lindor.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a great personality, has good production, and I think it's someone that Stearns would want to build around. Certainly, there has been talks about Stearns revisiting the trade market though for Pete Alonso.
Interesting.
Which would be interesting. I believe Alonso, I think, is tied for second in the league with RBIs, and as we know, tied for second as well for home runs with Ohtani. So it should be interesting to see what Stearns really wants to do with him. But I mean, I personally wouldn't trade him.
Yeah.
I just think that, I don't know. Maybe you trade him for a player who's good, already established in the league and some prospects, but
Corbin Burns.
That would be pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who the hell is Milwaukee's first baseman? Rowdy Tellez?
Yeah. Might work. Never know.
They probably would want him.
But they probably wouldn't want to pay him either.
That would be so tough to see Alonso in a Brewers jersey, though. The great Lindor, Lonnie says.
Knew that would catch his
Of
attention.
course, dude. Kevin says John Daly was one of my favorite golfers, and
he's still one of our favorite
dude.
golfers.
John Daly, really, the interview with him about the Cokes and the hamburgers is just like absolutely ridiculous.
Speaking of golf, little leaderboard update. How about my sleeper, Carson Young, 3-way tie, 2 under par with Bo Hostler, Sean O'Hare, through 6 holes here. So obviously very, very early on here. Webb Simpson, 1 under through 4 as well. He's tied for 4th. I would expect to see birdies aplenty out there for these golfers, right?
Yeah, no, birdies aplenty for sure.
So I guess Robert Parker is a Mets fan. He said, don't trade for Burns. Keep the minor league intact. Sign Yamamoto, who's going to go to the Yankees as a front starter with Sangan Quintana. What do you think about that? Yamamoto to the Yankees. You've seen it cash.
No, yeah, I talk about it a lot too, but I will say, I don't know. I think we obviously did well with Senga. I mean, he's really coming into his own.
I just think don't count on Quintana though. No,
I really would like to, honestly.
You would like to,
like,
but
my
is that
gut
smart?
feeling tells me to. I know he's a little older. Was he 32?
I just feel like he's gonna.
I feel like he could implode.
Like real bad though. Like where you're releasing him midway through the season.
That's so not what I want to hear, Brian.
But maybe
come on,
reality.
He's pitched so well this season.
Such a short stretch. He was injured.
I know, but he even came back from injury quite well. Come on, there's always pressure.
Not There's been nothing since he's
stop it.
There's nothing.
He's pitched really well since his return. Okay. Record may not show it because he hasn't had the offense to support his good starts.
So if you want to go into next year, Jose Quintana, going to be 35 next season, throwing 80, and you want to rely on him to make 25 starts. Good luck. Wouldn't be smart, Tony. Fifth starter. You know it. He's a fifth starter.
Sure, but I mean, he's still someone you have to at some point you have to rely on him in the rotation.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna have to be in the rotation, whether you like it or not. I don't know, man. I think that our pitching prospects seem to be kind of far away from starting in the
Mike
major.
Vassell.
Mike Vassell, and Blade Tywell or Tydell, whatever his name is, seem a little ways away. And I don't know, man. I mean, look at our pitching prospects we have right now that are like Tyler McGill, like no reliance on him. David Peterson can't be a starter. Joey Lucchesi is looking good, but I mean,
Reed Foley?
Come on. Stop it, Sean Reed Foley. I don't want to see Sean Reed Foley out of the bullpen. I don't know, man. It's tough because there's so much work to be done with the Mets and their pitching staff in general, not even just starters.
Right.
You need a whole new bullpen, really. Drew Smith still giving up runs and shit and hits. Not good. And you got Diaz coming back next season, but I mean, that could be a toss-up too, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Tough injury, missed the entire season.
Maybe trade him?
No, I wouldn't do that. Take him a shot. Best closer in all of baseball last year.
No.
Trade him immediately. It's ridiculous.
No. You're so upset that I suggested that. Well, because you were just saying that it wasn't guaranteed. So I was just
It's not guaranteed.
Well, no, right. So I was just trying to think ahead of the game. Like, instead of letting him implode, like maybe his first year with the Mets, next year that you get out in front of it and get a decent package.
Josh Hader?
I mean, a Hader. I mean, hard to not want Hader.
It really is hard to not want Hader.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Dude. Maybe.
But $200 million closers. Imagine they just have both of them.
That'd be sick, dude. Maybe I honestly, I don't know. I mean, it's probably not going to be reasonable, but
I mean, think about what the Yankees did,
right?
With when they had Chapman, Betances, and Miller.
It's crazy.
Like I don't see how that strategy doesn't work. I mean, as long as like you're not signing like really old relievers.
Right. I mean, if you're going for Josh Hader, though, I mean, you gotta probably trade Alonso.
Yeah. I think Alonso get the good package.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you don't have to trade prospects for Hader.
I would do Alonso with some prospects for like a Hader.
Well, Hader's a free agent, but he's gonna want like 120 million.
Oh, so just take him.
Right, but I'm saying then just get good prospects for Lindor. I mean, not Lindor, but
for Alonso. Alonso and prospects for Soto.
Soto's coming to the Yankees.
Soto, what's his contract?
1 year of arbitration next year. Yankees are getting him.
I don't think so.
100%, $1,000,000%.
No, they're not. Dude. They're gonna make no moves in the offseason.
Robert Parker. One more here. Mets aren't really contending next year. Have a few good AA pitchers who will be in the Mets rotation by mid-year 2024. Guessing he's speaking of Blake Tidewell.
Yeah.
So
Mike Fossil.
Going to be interesting. Interesting offseason for both teams, barring a miraculous run here out of the Yankees to make that third wildcard spot.
But I don't know, man. I think David Stearns is going to try and be competitive next season.
Yeah.
I think he wants it really bad.
Mets are going to try to be competitive next year, and whether they are will depend on how this offseason goes.
That's a good observation.
Yeah. Astute. Very astute. So obviously tomorrow, we got our football frenzy number 600. So we want everybody to be a big part of that. Tomorrow we're going to have a great show. But other than that, Tony, is there anything you wanted to mention here before we wrap up?
I don't think so. Love all the comments, dude. Parker, great to see you in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here, #rep the company. #rep DTV, baby.
Hashtag rep DTV. Rep the company. But we really appreciate everybody tuning in, continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page. Tony, Michael, Renee in costume. The merch at downtimetv.com. And we want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go Mets.
2, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.